Hey, listen everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, I'm going to be talking about some more NBA news, and in this one, I've got some Phoenix Suns and Kevin Love news to talk about, which I think is kind of interesting, but they go on to say the Phoenix Suns are one of the teams that could compete with the Portland Trail Blazers and Denver Nuggets for Kevin Love, per Kevin O'Connor. Now, I think this one's extremely interesting, and I did actually see something which made me laugh quite a bit. I completely forgot who even said it, but they said, why would the Phoenix Suns want Kevin Love? There are so many better players they could get. That made me laugh literally so much. What better players could the Phoenix Suns get than Kevin Love? I don't remember the last all-star or really decent player, big name free agent that the Phoenix Suns actually signed. Their biggest name free agent that they've signed in the last 5 years was Ricky Rubio. So I literally don't know what they mean by the Phoenix Suns could get much better. If they traded for players, there are potentially better ones on the market, I guess. I don't really know if you could call DeMar and Blake Griffin better. Obviously, DeMar's had his struggles this year, and Blake Griffin's always injured at this point, so I don't know. I just thought that was really funny, but I think this would kind of be a good move by Phoenix, and I think it'd be a good move by Cavs. As there are players that I feel like the Cavs would desperately want, and players that Phoenix would potentially look to get rid of. Obviously, Phoenix have this new type of game plan where they have their big man shooting threes. That is literally the thing on their team. All their big men can pretty much shoot threes. That is literally the way, and I feel like Kevin Love would just pretty much add quite a good addition to that. Let's have a look at this. Aaron Baines is literally one of the best stretch fives in the NBA at the moment, which I never thought I'd be saying, but he's averaging 40% from 3 this year, where he's made 30 of 74. Frank Kaminsky is obviously playing in his power forward / center type of role. 44% from 3 isn't exactly the best, but he's playing also a lot of minutes at center, so it's not exactly the worst either. Dario Saric is obviously 32% from 3, which is not, I wouldn't say that really reflects on how good of a three-point shooter he is, because he's been really good in the previous 2 seasons, and I think he's just had a high usage rate now that, Baines and that all got injured. So I feel like once they come back, his three-point percentage will definitely, obviously, go up. Then you got Cameron Johnson, who's actually a forward, who's at 41% from 3. Devin Booker, who seems to be a decent three-point shooter as well, at 40% as well. And then you obviously got pretty much a couple other players here and there that can kind of also shoot. And yeah, obviously I feel like that is, the thing is, Kevin Love would be a really nice addition to that, because let's have a look at this. Dario Saric is actually a restricted free agent coming up. Now, he's going to get a lot of offers from other teams. I mean, a lot. I feel like the Cleveland Cavaliers would be one of those teams that try and offer him a contract. Minnesota, I think, might even try and bring him back. There are, going to be a lot of teams that do try and get him. I kind of think that because Cleveland will have a lot of interest in him, I feel like they should maybe look to move him in a trade to potentially get Kevin Love. And maybe another player like Jordan Clarkson. I don't really feel like they need Tristan Thompson too much, as Tristan Thompson is really a rim protector, and I don't really feel like they want a rim protector or anything like that. That's what I feel like Tristan Thompson really is at this point in his career. I don't really know who they look for at the Cavs, but I feel like there would be a couple players involved from the Cavs if this was to go down. Obviously, Kevin Love is who I think it would be. I feel like it could be potentially Kevin Love. I feel like they would look at Larry Nance. I don't know why, but I just feel like they would look at Larry Nance, but the Cavs wouldn't trade him. I genuinely believe it will be Kevin Love and Jordan Clarkson, and maybe that lottery protected first from the Bucks, and then the Cavs would potentially receive Dario Saric. I would say Mikal Bridges would be thrown in there, and Tyler Johnson. Obviously, Tyler Johnson's really bad contract that I feel like the Cavs would, like to gain up, and obviously it makes the contracts work out a lot better. So I'd say Dario Saric, Tyler Johnson, Mikal Bridges, and maybe a first for Kevin Love, Jordan Clarkson, and maybe that lottery protected pick. Obviously, Kevin Love, he's an all-star. They're going to have to trade a decent amount to get him. And then Jordan Clarkson's a really nice role player. And you definitely say that Jordan Clarkson is obviously better than Mikal Bridges, Tyler Johnson, and yeah, he might even be better than Dario Saric. Obviously, Dario Saric is a better role player, but again, I feel like Sarge has more value. So I feel like that could be a kind of interesting trade. If you want to take out that lottery pick from the Cavs, I guess that would also make sense, but I don't know if that would really be fair. But I genuinely believe as well that I think that the Phoenix Suns would also target Larry Nance. Imagine if they had a big man 5 rotation of DeAndre Ayton, Aaron Baines, Frank Kaminsky, Kevin Love, and Larry Nance Jr. That is one of the scariest big man rotations you will see in the NBA. Especially this year, that is kind of scary, and the 3-point percentages on that is crazy, like literally insane. Like Aaron Baines, Kevin Love, and Larry Nance are all good 3-point shooters, and yeah, DeAndre Ayton is really not a good 3-point shooter from what we've seen. He really doesn't take threes, and Frank Kaminsky is obviously a pretty average 3-point shooter, but for his position, I guess it's actually kind of decent. So that would be a pretty scary lineup. I don't really know how that would even work. Like a lot of minutes would just go to those, type of lineups. But again, the Cavs might even look to try and get Cam Johnson, who I think would be an interesting prospect for the Cavs, and I think someone that would even start for them, so that would be kind of cool to potentially see them. But yeah, I really like the Phoenix Suns lineup, and I just think it is kind of cool. They're currently on their way to potentially make the playoffs, even though they've lost 3 in a row. They will be getting back DeAndre Ayton and I believe Baines back from injury and all that stuff, and will most likely make a trade for an all-star on the deadline, whether that's potentially, DeMar DeRozan or Kevin Love or maybe even Blake Griffin. Who really knows who they're going to trade for? But again, I don't really know, and I think Kevin Love would be a kind of cool move by them. And yeah, let me know what you guys think about that guy's opinions on they could get a better player than Kevin Love as well, which I kind of think is funny. Look, they possibly could, but again, when have Phoenix ever done that? So I really don't know. But anyway, I want to thank you guys so much for watching this video. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel for the latest NBA and sports content. Don't forget to comment in the comment section down below. What are your thoughts and opinions on the Phoenix Suns potentially getting Kevin Love? I definitely would really like to know your thoughts and opinions on that down below. Also, don't forget to subscribe to my gaming channel and my IRL/vlog channels. The links to them are also in the description down below. So make sure you guys leave a like, subscribe, and comment, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.